What if I told you that the world's biggest streaming giant, the company that reshaped entertainment as we know it, might not even exist in the next decade? Sounds absurd, right? Netflix, the pioneer of binge watching, the home of groundbreaking originals, the company that buried Blockbuster, on the brink of vanishing? But beneath the surface, hidden in plain sight, are warning signs that spell disaster for the streaming behemoth. From ruthless competition to controversial decisions, Netflix is walking a dangerous tightrope. And if it slips, the fall will be catastrophic. There was a time when Netflix had the streaming world in a chokehold. It was the undisputed king, with virtually no real competition. But those days are over.
They didn't have a great earnings report, but one of the reasons why they're down is they got competition.
Now, it's facing an all-out war against some of the biggest media empires on the planet. Disney+, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, Apple TV+, and even YouTube. And here's the terrifying part. The battle is only getting bloodier. Media giants that once relied on Netflix as a distribution partner have taken their biggest weapons back. Shows like Friends, The Office, and Marvel movies, once key selling points for Netflix, have been ripped away by their rightful owners. Disney now hoards its beloved franchises. HBO Max dominates the prestige TV game, and Amazon is throwing money at blockbuster content. Netflix, meanwhile, is left scrambling to fill the gaps. But it's not just content theft that's killing Netflix, it's the business model itself. While its competitors rake in cash from theme parks, merchandise, sports rights, and e-commerce, Netflix has one revenue stream: subscriptions. And when those subscriptions drop, so does Netflix's entire foundation. With more choices than ever, people are canceling their accounts at an alarming rate. If this trend continues, how long before the once mighty Netflix is no longer profitable? Once upon a time, Netflix was the go-to destination for groundbreaking must-watch originals. Stranger Things, House of Cards, Narcos. These were shows that defined an era. But something changed. Instead of crafting high-quality, game-changing content, Netflix adopted a new strategy: flood the platform with everything and hope something sticks. The result? A sea of forgettable, low-effort productions drowning out the few gems that still exist. Worse still, Netflix has developed a reputation for betraying its audience. It's become infamous for canceling beloved shows without warning, leaving fans devastated. Time and time again, promising series are cut short. Not because they fail creatively, but because Netflix deems them unworthy of more investment. Meanwhile, its competitors are taking the opposite approach. HBO Max delivers cinematic quality television. Apple TV Plus carefully curates its offerings, ensuring nearly every show is a masterpiece. Netflix, on the other hand, seems to be throwing content at the wall, hoping something will stick. But when you gamble with quality, you lose audience trust. And once that trust is gone, it's almost impossible to get back. Netflix has always operated on a high-risk, high-reward financial model. It spends billions, yes, billions, on content every year, hoping to lure in more subscribers to offset the cost. But here's the problem. That model only works if subscriber growth never slows down. And guess what? It has. As new platforms rise and economic downturns force people to cut non-essential expenses, Netflix's once endless supply of new customers has started to dwindle. In a desperate attempt to increase revenue, Netflix has resorted to unpopular tactics, hiking subscription prices, cracking down on password sharing, and even introducing ad-supported tiers. But these moves come at a price. Users are frustrated, many are leaving, and the question remains, if Netflix can't keep growing, how can it keep spending? Netflix doesn't have the safety nets that its rivals do. Disney can lean on its multi-billion-dollar empire of movies, theme parks, and merchandise. Amazon uses Prime Video as a bonus for its trillion-dollar retail business. Netflix? It has nothing but subscriptions. And if those continue to drop, it won't just be a rough patch, it could be the beginning of the end. For years, Netflix prided itself on being at the forefront of streaming technology. Its recommendation algorithm was revolutionary. Its interface was sleek and easy to use. But in 2024, the competition is outpacing Netflix in ways that are impossible to ignore. Take live streaming, for example. Netflix's disastrous attempt at broadcasting Love is Blind live exposed just how unprepared it is for this new frontier. Meanwhile, Amazon is making massive deals for exclusive sports streaming, YouTube is thriving with real-time content, and even Apple is securing live event rights. The future of entertainment isn't just on demand, it's interactive, social, and live. And Netflix is falling behind. Even its once praised recommendation engine is losing its magic. Users complain about irrelevant suggestions, while TikTok and YouTube have perfected AI-driven content curation. If Netflix can't keep up with these advancements, will it become obsolete in the very space it created? Netflix has long relied on international markets to fuel its growth. But in recent years, this strategy has hit roadblock after roadblock. Countries like China have strict regulations, making it nearly impossible for Netflix to gain a foothold. In India, fierce competition from local services like Hotstar and ZEE5 has made success difficult. And in Europe, increasing regulations on content and data privacy threaten to complicate Netflix's operations even further. There's also the issue of censorship. Many governments impose strict controls on what can and can't be shown. Netflix has been forced to alter or remove content to comply with local laws, which has sparked backlash and raised ethical concerns. If these restrictions continue to tighten, Netflix's global ambitions could be severely crippled. In an effort to stay ahead, Netflix has made some bold moves, ones that may actually be doing more harm than good. It's entered the gaming industry, a space dominated by billion-dollar giants like PlayStation and Xbox. It's flirted with live sports, a business that requires enormous investments and expertise. And most controversially, it has introduced ads, betraying the very thing that set it apart in the first place. These moves scream desperation. Netflix is no longer sure of what it is. Is it a movie studio? A tech company? A gaming platform? By trying to be everything at once, it risks becoming nothing at all. And in an era where consumers crave clear, strong brands, a company without an identity is a company that's doomed to fail. Netflix revolutionized the entertainment industry. It created the golden age of streaming. But the world has changed. Competition is fiercer than ever. Subscribers are leaving, financial cracks are forming, and Netflix seems to be running out of ideas. So, will Netflix adapt and survive? Or is this the beginning of the end? The next decade will be the ultimate test. One thing is for sure. Nothing lasts forever, not even the giants. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.